up early this morning, left that wonderful campsite that's nestled into the jungle along the green coast here in Brazil, and we are northbound. Now, if you missed our last video, you may not know we have a very important appointment set up this morning. When you enter Brazil, you get 90 days that you can stay stamped into your passport as a United States citizen. Now, we're in the midst of all that changing and visas are about to be required, but when we entered, all we needed was a passport. Our 90 days is coming up on an end, and we need to get an extension to the time we are allowed to stay here in Brazil. That is where we're headed right now. Luckily for us, it was a beautiful drive to keep me a little calm, because I am nervous because of all the changes that we are in the middle of happening to the visa and tourist entry process here in Brazil.
Yeah, and it's really overall, guys, an extremely stressful time for two reasons. Number one, we have all these border issues, and if we can't get approved for an extension, we got to beeline it all the way back and get out of the country, and it's a long drive. So that's one thing that's weighing on us. Additionally, it's time to get all the arrangements made for shipping the van to Europe. So Snow's had her plate full, believe me, full, trying to get all that arranged, and all the stress and tension comes with that. So we have a lot of irons in the fire right now.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed everything goes smooth. We don't need a monkey wrench right now.
No. So we are almost to the city of Angra dos Reis. I think I'm saying that right. That is where the appointment is scheduled. You have to pre-schedule all of this stuff online. It is not an easy process. I hope I have done it right. We've already gone to the bank and paid the required fees. I hope we paid the right fee.
In a quarter mile, turn right.
Let's go see if Brazil is going to let us stay a little longer, guys. I'll be happy when this part's over.
Really wild. We've been headed up this coast all the way, and there are places where it gets pretty populated, but a lot of it is very sparse. Just beautiful beaches, little islands popped out there, but sparsely populated. And then all of a sudden you get here, and these apartments or these houses or whatever are just stacked up the side of the mountain. I don't know what it is that makes this place so packed like this around the beach. I don't know if it's the ideal location just so far out of the city or what it is, but these houses are nuts.
They seemed really nice and helpful.
They were nice and helpful. We can't park here, but this is the place to go.
All right, we're in the right place, so we just got to find parking.
He said there's parking right over here.
Okay. As usual, I was stressed for nothing. But I was prepared. I had everything they asked for. I went in, I handed the stuff to the guy that sits at the front desk. He took it back to an officer. I never even had to see the officer. Curt never even really came inside. And 10 minutes later, they came out, handed us all our documents back and our passports, and we are stamped, good to go. We can stay in Brazil. It was awesome.
So we're ahead on our worrying. So now we're going to take a break for a couple days.
We're going to try to not worry. So that stress is over. Whew.
Now we can focus on getting to Rio de Janeiro.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I smell fiberglass. Oh yeah. What a colorful little boat marina, right?
This place is cool.
It is cool, and this is a very active little seaport right here. And there's a lot of international maritime travelers. So I learned while I was there that a lot of people come in from different countries on boats and have to register right there at that office. So that's why that place exists. But look at all these cool boats. And along this Malecon, in one corner they have all the fishing boats, and then it looks like they have some tour boats going out to the island. And it's probably a rough day today to sell that tour because of all the clouds and rain kind of hanging over the mountains. And this is the first area in Brazil where on the coast we've really seen the mountain, or the houses and the favelas push up the mountains. And I can tell you they're stacked on one another and it is crowded. But up the way here, it's something interesting. They have all sorts of pirate boats. I assume these are party boats again to go out on the island. But then out there they have some dry dock boats. So you can see these boats are actually really big boats. And in fact, they have these little dinghies on the back of them. I don't know if they're lifeboats or what they are, but they're really deep boats. And these, you can see the big decks. They almost look like big giant pirate ships. But there's loaded with fishing nets. And looks like trawling gear. Look at a bird up there. But this is a fleet, and you can see they've got the big net pullers on it, and it definitely smells of fish. But look at how big these boats are. Wow. Crazy. All right, they definitely have some fish markets over here. Let's see. Big giant mullet. We've seen them catching those all up the coast. These are like a butterfish or a weak fish. They're bottom fish right there. All these sort of fish. Not real popularly caught. There's a flounder or a fluke, and those are whiting down there on the end. There's a catfish in here with these shiners, and then there's a giant octopus right there. But definitely the mullet are a big thing down here. Let's see what they have here. They get a little bit different here. So these are some little mackerels. Those are some dolphin or mahi-mahi. These are little barjacks or skipjacks, the same, a little smaller, some shrimp and some big mullet. So that's your fish market tour right there.
We have made it back to the van here in the coastal city of Angra dos Reis, where we had to go to the federal police station, and everything went as smooth as it possibly could. But I wanted to pop in here as we're leaving this cool little town headed north and tell you guys, for those that might need to know, what exactly it took to get our visa extension. So bank statements, all your passport info, and proof that you can leave the country. And it literally took 10 minutes. I was so stressed over nothing.
But to be fair, she had everything ready, everything organized, and that always helps.
Yeah, it does. And be kind and humble when you go in those places. You never know what you're going to expect, but at this office, they were incredibly helpful and even spoke English, which was super nice and appreciated.
Are we going to the Fritz house?
We're going to the Fritz house in Rio de Janeiro,
baby.
I think it is about 2.5 hours away. Let's go see one of the most beautiful cities in the world. reminder to take it easy on these windy, wet mountain roads. I know car accidents happen all the time, all over the world, but it sure sucks to drive by one that looked like that.
The car was split in half, guys.
I don't even think Curt saw the other car that was over here in the ditch. It was just as bad. Anyway, that's sad. It's just not another word for it. It is a rainy, gloomy day as we drive north along the coast. This could have been an absolutely beautiful drive. Every once in a while through the fog and the clouds we get a glimpse of beautiful beach after beautiful beach. But we are about an hour and 45 minutes from Rio de Janeiro, our campsite in the city. We are super stoked that we found a place in the city that is secure enough and safe enough to park and leave the van. We got to get there first.
So we're just traveling along, headed to Rio de Janeiro. We passed this little stand that said pastels. Now, we showed you before, we introduced you to pastels. They're like little flaky empanadas. And down in the south, they had chocolate, hazelnut, or not hazelnut, it's Nutella, banana, cinnamon, all different kinds. They were sweet. And up here, they're all like carne, which is meat, frango, which is chicken, queijo, which is cheese, and then they do pizza, and then they do another one. Anyway,
no sweet one.
Point is, they're savory. So they still have pastels and they're still common, but whenever you go ask for chocolate, which is so delicious here in Brazil, they're like, nope, we don't have them here. Things as we head north are changing, guys.
We'll leave it all behind. Won't stop till the finish line. We'll go together on this open road. Untether these wild hearts. Sleep underneath the stars. We'll go together on this open road. If we're only given one shot at this life, we gotta make it count while there's still time. We're on our way. We're on our way. We're just getting started. No stopping us on our way. Kick into overdrive. Toss every fear aside. We know there's a story to be told. If we're only given one shot at this life, we gotta make it count while there's still time. We're on our way. We're on our way. We're just getting started. No stopping us on our way. We're on our way. Adventure is calling. No stopping us on our way.
You want to face the flowers? We're gonna
Turn around.
back in. Yeah, don't you think?
I think he spotted the bananas. We got the big bunch in the back. Yeah, he's deciding if he wants to come across the. He's gonna come back to you.
I'm filming him. I don't think he likes you. Day 2 of gloomy weather. And it was supposed to be clear today. So I hope this isn't a bad sign for tomorrow. Because tomorrow is when we're going to go out and see all the highlights that Rio de Janeiro has to offer. But this is our campsite. It is absolutely beautiful. This morning we've already had several different monkey encounters over the van. They've now learned that we have a bunch of bananas and we'll sit them on the fence. So they may be coming back. But we had to walk down through this little compound area. There's some stairs. It's pretty steep, but it is sure pretty. Now we are in the city, but we are also on the edge of the big national park that's right in the middle of Rio. The largest urban national park. I don't know if it's South America or the world or where, but it is amazing that they have this giant national reserve forest area in the middle of a major city. But we're not going to let the rain stop us. We're going to explore a little bit of our little neighborhood here in Rio, try to find some lunch. First, we got to get down this steep hill without slipping and busting our booties. So let's go for a walk.
This is the view to the city.
Wow.
Pretty cool. So the big monolith is behind us. I got to go down over there and then climb that. You can't see it because of the rain, but way up there.
Kurt's gonna climb that thing behind the tree that you can't see. But not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Explore the City Day.
But that's the Brazil's largest monolith. That's in the backdrop of this little city down here in the valley where we're gonna go have lunch.
Let's go do it.
All right, guys, this is our new friend Fritz, and Fritz is from here. His father is German. We're staying at his place here in Rio de Janeiro. That's not how they pronounce it, though.
Rio de Janeiro, yeah.
Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro, yeah.
Rio de Janeiro. But he was telling us that his father did mosaic tile work, and he did a lot of designs behind murals for churches, a lot of tables for the political types and things of that nature, embassies and whatnot. But he does incredibly beautiful stonework, and most of these stones are from different places in Brazil. Now this onyx right here is from Argentina, but they would bring all these stones in from all over Brazil. Up top they would cut them down and then they would put them in these little designs. They would fill the gaps between the stones with the different epoxy colors to match the stone. And wow, what amazing, beautiful work.
It took 9 months to do this table.
9 months.
Yeah, and I don't think you guys will see on the video, but if you look down at these little flowers, they look almost 3D when you look down in there. It is beautiful. Look at that.
Wow, incredible. There's a lot of stairs.
So this place is built up on the side of the hill. We got to get down to the bottom to get out of here.
Yeah, but what's cool is you go down through here, and this is all Fritz property, but as you come down through here, they've built a lot of little apartments. So not only is this like the entrance down to the main road, but there's apartments they rent out along here. Little studios. But it is quite a long ways down. There's a little laundry room over there. I think this coming up is one of the studios that they rent. And the front of this apartment probably has a window facing out towards the door. And we'll see that in just a second. Out towards the main road. We'll see that in just a second. And you can kind of see it continues to be stairs all the way down to the doorway.
On the way back up, I'm going to count how many stairs and tell you. We'll count them on the way back. There's like a million. Maybe not a million.
Snow's going to do a little stair count on the way back.
I'll probably forget.
So if you guys can see up there, back right against the clouds, that's the big giant monolith I was telling you about. So talk about local intel. Fritz told us to come down the hill, go down the road, past the school, around the corner from the pet hotel, and there would be a little like
garage door.
And that it was like a family little kitchen, and they
Mina. I think her name was Mina or similar.
Mina. So this is like 100% local intel because we walked up onto it. There's no sign or anything. So we're walking into, well,
someone's kitchen to eat, we think. Let's go see.
There we go. Wow, look at this. So there's a little buffet. Are they? All right, so we're trying to figure this out. So I think you get one carne, one frango, or one fish. It looks like Snow is going for the pork chop.
And then you get the vegetables. I think there's salad.
So, oh, that looks like
There's a little tomato.
tomato and onion. Yeah, oh, a little salad. All right. Snow's loading her up. Look at this. Wow.
Obrigado.
All right, we have some really good like squash or pumpkin or sweet potato. We've been buying this in the grocery store and eating a lot of it.
So good.
And I don't know if we've even tried this, but it's quite common.
Yeah, I've had a buffet, and I'm going to put a little.
It's like a little salad, right? With a little vinaigrette.
Yeah, it's hot.
Oh, it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
I've never tried.
It's kind of like greens, like a turnip green or something, but it's different.
Oh, rice is here. I don't know what was here. Spaghetti was here. Oh, farapa.
There you go.
Rice. Spaghetti. All right, I'm gonna make my plate.
Both fixed our plates. We're about to sit down and eat, and Fritz said this place usually gets most of its customers from the teachers that walk over from the schools that are right next door. So that's why she doesn't need signs. She doesn't need any fancy menus. She just fixes up dishes for the day. You come in, you fix your plate, you eat, you go. It's super fast for the teachers, and it looks like a super good food.
Looks really tasty.
So what'd that cost us, Curdy?
So first of all, when I went up to pay, I had to look in the kitchen, and she was frying some pork chops and chicken and some eggs. And well, it cost $52, which is like $10 for both of us.
Both meals and a soda.
But I learned I could have had a fried egg on top of my meal, so I'm like,
He's bummed. He's bummed.
took it out to the table. I didn't know.
Oh well, he didn't know. And our lunch was really good, and we would have never found a place like that without Fritz. Authentic Brazilian eating right there. All right, it's still raining. That sucks. So we're walking back to our camp, and Curt has his eyes on this giant rock, literally a giant rock behind us. Now he's not gonna climb this side, that would be insane. He's gonna wrap around and come up on the other side of this thing if the weather ever clears up. He's looking at it like he's not so sure though. We'll see what he does.
What's he doing, little guy?
Right outside of our van, where we put a banana trying to attract birds, we have actually attracted a porcupine. He's 5 feet from the van, just munching on a banana. How awesome! Look how cute he is.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't think I want to mess with that guy.
Manner's not happy.
No, she's the one who kind of clued me in. She hissed, and then I thought it was G. And it was because she was locked on. But there was a couple bananas right there on the step, so he was right there in the step. He got those bananas already. There's some that are still below him, but I think he's done.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys!